appreciate. So let's go there. Let's just
Restarting your phone.
escape. Come on, just update them.
Oh, I got you. Alrighty. Back for another cast. ZBD Sports.
Higher. Take me higher.
March Madness, man. What a great round of first games. Second round games, great as well.
Great weekend.
Yeah, there weren't a ton of upsets. I was honestly expecting a little bit more personally, but I was able to watch a good amount of the games, and they were all pretty solid. Like there were a good amount of blowouts. You know what I mean? Like the top teams, a good amount of them were handling their business. But like this Duke Siena game, Siena was hanging in with Duke for majority of the game.
Hanging in, they was beating them majority of the game.
Yeah, they were up by they were, and then they sold it a little bit at the end. But they also had only their starters play. They didn't sub anybody in the entire game. Siena. Yeah, Siena only played 5 people until the last 10 seconds. They subbed somebody in for the last 10 seconds.
Came back to bite them, I see.
But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, that's what everybody was saying about that team. Like, if they would have just used a few more players for like 5-10 minutes and just gave them a little bit of a breather, so they could have came out for the last 5 minutes and been able to have some more energy. But yeah, no, I mean, it was a tough way to see Siena go out. They were definitely devastated at the end of it. But yeah, I mean, you always figured that Duke was gonna play some defense at the end of it and get the stops they needed to. Yeah. But I think the other biggest upset was probably High Point over Wisconsin. I was watching most of that game. That was another great game. High Point, well, I mean, banging threes all game, staying with Wisconsin, like, I mean, beating the majority of the game. Like, High Point, a lot of people were saying...
Weren't they only they only lost like 3-4 games on the season, right? High Point.
I'm not sure. I don't know their record overall,
like
but
we looked it up before.
They did end up losing to Arkansas next rounds, 94-88.
And it's at 5-12. Always you got to look out for it.
Yeah.
Every year it's at least 1 or 2 fucking 5-12 upsets. I don't know what it is about 5-12, but oh yeah, they came out there shooting shit. You know what I'm saying? And also, you know, when a team like that, man, when they playing, like, a lot of times all they need is like to believe, right? Like they just, I mean, confidence is everything. You know what I'm saying? Like even in like your everyday approach in life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, confidence. If you got the confidence to do something, then nothing can stop you from doing it. You know what I mean? So like, and it's, you know, same thing in basketball. Like you shooting and you missing, like, you know what I mean, you get in your head and like, you know, okay, you start changing shit that you know what I mean? Like it's just like once you get the
you gotta stay true to yourself.
Right, yeah, and that confidence, like, you know what I mean, that's
just I mean, when you got a group of guys around you that you know they know, or like you know they know that like how you're gonna play, like they know how to feed off your energy, you know how to feed off theirs. So it's just kind of like just once you get that camaraderie built with all the teammates, it's like, and you can just all gel together. So they only did lose 4 games, and so when you're coming into a tournament game and you've only got 4 losses and you're a 12 seed, it's not like they were a 6, it's not like they were one of those lower seeds, right? So
they're a 12 seed because strictly off strength of schedule, and where they are. But that's, you know, kind of what I touched on before in the last episode is like this is different when you come into a game and you have like really no tape on this team at all. You know what I mean? Like you ain't played against them.
You haven't played against anybody who's played against, like,
right? Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like they coming in, they playing with house's money. I mean, they ain't got shit to lose. They expected to lose. So they come in loose. They come in ready. They come in, you know what I'm saying? Like, so in Wisconsin, kind of really, I mean, it was up and down this year. I mean, very inconsistent.
They were beating good teams, though. They were,
yeah, but they was losing to bad teams. You know what I mean? So, like, the inconsistency was, like, up and down. And then you feel like they got thrashed in the Big Ten tournament, and they lose by...
No, Michigan beat them by a buzzer beater.
Oh, okay. Well, so, I mean, all right. But still, I just, you know, Wisconsin, that was one of the ones that I picked High Point to beat them just after, looking at their record and seeing the teams that they did beat and the close losses. They had all close losses. And I'm like,
High Point.
Yeah, and I'm like, they got the confidence. They come in there and get the shooting shit. It's a different story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, especially if you got one player or two that's just like a dog, right? Like, it don't matter if he playing D1, D2, D3. You know what I mean? Like, he gonna get off. He gonna get his buckets. Like, you know what I mean? My man's from Arkansas.
Yeah.
Regardless of the situation, even if you shut down everybody on that team, bro's gonna get his 30, 35. You know what I'm saying? He's just a bona fide scorer. You know what I mean? You get those players on them teams that nobody heard of, and you're like, okay, now we know who this dude is. Never seen this dude, never heard of him. You know what I mean? Kind of like Curry back with Davidson.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? When he had that crazy game, I mean, people knew who he was because of, his dad and shit like that, and, like, he can shoot, but, Davidson is not a regular team in a tournament. No. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, like, when you got a player like that, you always got a chance because it's one game. You know what I mean? But the chances you winning a championship, it's not going to happen, but you definitely could beat a team that's not on their A game that's, a higher rank than you or whatever. Especially if you get hot. Then it's like, you know what I mean?
No, and I mean, they had a close game against Arkansas, too, in the next round. Like, and Arkansas is another one of those teams that...
And they had that one dude, I remember what his name, I was watching that game, the Arkansas game.
A cuff?
But on the other side, it's a point guard. The dude was, fast as fuck. Every time I looked up...
Who, on High Point?
Yeah, every time I looked up, bro was like, getting to the cup easily. He's a point guard for the number 4, I believe. But no, yeah, I watched. Actually, it's one of the few games that I did catch most of when I was at work. And I even went home and finished watching. It's literally back and forth.
The Wisconsin High Point game?
No, the Arkansas.
Yeah,
sorry.
Game.
Yeah,
okay.
that game was a great game. Like, I thought High Point was gonna pull it off.
Yeah, they had a chance.
I mean, they had more than a chance. I mean, they played fucking Arkansas tough. I mean, they gave them a run for their money.
Yeah. I mean, to put up 88 on them, like it was a high scoring game for sure.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I mean, just the way Arkansas was playing. I mean, like just winning the SEC tournament. Who did they? Who am I blanking on who they beat first round? I feel like they had a.
It was a try. I don't think it was a team because they're a 4.
Yeah, they're a 4 seed. So they had to play a 13.
Yeah, so it was.
Okay.
Yeah. They blew them. But I think it was like Auburn, maybe. Not Auburn. I don't know. It was. They ended up blowing them out though.
Okay.
I know that.
What? Oh yeah. I mean, just for High Point putting up a good game. So I mean, what's the next lowest seed that's still is it Texas? I think is the 11 because they beat BYU first round. They had to play in.
Yeah, so they had 3 games. They had 3 games and 4 nights or whatever. Yeah. They played Tuesday, played Thursday, and then played Saturday. So yeah. I mean, and it's crazy because like they were the 11th seed, 11th seed. BYU's a 4 seed, right? Or 5. Or was BYU a 6, right?
Yeah.
6 and 11. So because 5 and 12. Yeah, so 6 and 11 seed. But it's the differential in the losses only, I think, 3 games. So I just, just crazy how that strength of schedule and just who you lost and who you play can, change a lot. So that's why even though, if you're looking at the bracket, you're like, this is a kind of an upset. But, Texas playing in the Big 12, right? We talk about that's one of the top 1 or 2 conferences, whatever. If you want to put them number 1 in the Big 10, but they're the Big 10 and Big 12 are the best 2 college conferences in basketball, right? So, like, you think about, like, Texas, they lost. They got 14 losses, but they look at who they lost to. I mean, they lost to Iowa State. They lost to fucking Texas Tech. They lost to Arizona. They lost to Houston. They lost to a lot
They lost to Ole Miss in the first round of the tournament.
Ooh, Texas?
Yeah. I think Ole Miss was...
Ole Miss. How did they lose in the first round of the tournament?
Yeah, Ole Miss was 15-20 on the year, 4-14 in conference, and that's I'm talking about the conference tournament. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's just, and also matchups. That's what I'm saying. Like they
also lost
BYU
to Oklahoma.
Didn't play nobody. BYU? Where are they at? What conference?
No, because I know the name of it, bro. It's not like they're in the Big 12.
Are they?
Yeah, they're in the Big 12 too.
Oh, that's right.
I was gonna say they're in the same like Arizona.
So who won when they played earlier in the year? Did they play each other in the regular season?
BYU and
Texas,
Iowa State.
No, BYU and Texas.
Oh, I don't think so. No.
Okay.
Well, because Texas is
20-14, I think. Or no?
No, what? Oh, I'm tripping. What? No, so this is the Southeastern Conference, and then the Big 12 is what? Like Houston, Iowa State, and all that.
That's why I'm like, when you said Texas, I'm like, they're in the SEC.
So Texas is in the SEC. Yeah, so in the SEC.
And BYU yeah. Okay, yeah. So that's why I said Texas, they play, the teams. Okay, I'm sure, right. Yeah, I don't know. But anyways.
Just like the fact that you're saying like that Texas has played Texas hasn't played a bunch of amazing teams. Like they the best thing they played Florida.
Big 12.
Okay, I got you.
That was my fault.
Okay.
I was thinking they were still in the Big 12.
Yeah, no, Texas low-key got some pretty bad losses, but I mean they're piecing it up at the right time. So I mean,
right.
They only beat NC State by 2 points, 68-66, and then they've 7 points to BYU and then 6 points to Gonzaga, and Gonzaga's a 3 seed and it only lost 3 games on the year.
They could beat Purdue too.
Yeah, maybe.
Where they playing?
I mean Purdue finished the year pretty strong. They've been playing pretty well in the tournament so far as well. I want to say they put up like 90 on the first team they played. I can't pull it up. Queens. Yeah, they put up 104 to 71, then 79-69 to Miami. I don't know. I mean, it could be a good game if Texas shows up, but Purdue is 7.5 favorites.
I think Texas may cover that.
Yeah,
they might. I think it'll be if they start off good, then yeah. But if they're up or losing by double digits,
they're having to play from behind all game. Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, because they playing strictly off of high emotion and confidence right now. Because on paper, obviously, Purdue has a better team. They've been better all year, so. But also, I mean, that can be a recipe for disaster too. Sometimes, because you come in there, not really respecting your opponent, and then next thing you know, you down by fucking 8 points with 2 minutes to go, and you're like, damn, like these motherfuckers actually beat. I mean, they're about to beat us, like, and and that's why I'm like, the way they playing, Texas, they've played good and they got good defense from what I've seen. And so we got something like that in Purdue. Like I said, Miami, that game, they didn't look the best against Miami.
Okay.
They won by 12, but Miami was kind of in that game for a majority of the game.
Longer than they should have been.
Yeah.
Purdue, yeah. So, I mean, all these Sweet 16 games, I think should all be pretty solid for the most part. I mean, I guess we can finish talking about this because I think we're pretty much through the first rounds, all the good first round games. I mean, all the teams that should have won for the there were some 8-9, like 7, who did it, like 7-11 or 7-12 matchups that were some upsets, but for the main part, teams that were supposed to win, like the higher seeds won.
Florida.
Yeah, well, so no, that was until the second round though.
Oh yeah.
So, but second rounds, I think. So I was at work for the St. John's Kansas game, but I was still watching most of it. That was back and forth all game. I mean, St. John's was up for the most part, majority of the game, but then Kansas made a pretty good run at the end. Mm-hmm. And then, that foul situation at the end of the game was weird. Like, I thought that it was a pretty good strategy when I was seeing it, like, because they were, like, they just weren't letting him get into a set, like, just weren't letting him run a play at all. Like, after a few seconds, they were just fouling again, and they still, like, they had, 6 fouls to give or something. because I think they had 2 fouls with like however much time there was left in the game for the whole half. But then the play with 3 seconds left just let them get right down to the rim and get an open layup, finish the game. I mean, so I don't.
That's kind of crazy.
I mean, I don't know. I was a little bit surprised to see that from Kansas, to be honest. Because maybe if you're Kansas, you still have enough time to get a shot up. Because I want to say there was 13 seconds left or something when they started to play that foul game, and then they killed it. They killed 10 seconds, put it down to 3, so at that point the game's tied. I mean, I guess St. John's probably just gonna hold it until for a game winner. But at that point, what are you Are you just playing defense? I feel like you got to, bro. Game's tied. You just gotta play defense. Hope to get a turnover, or steal. But if not, just no buckets. I mean, that's all it is.
Man, get straight to the cup.
Yeah,
there's no person that was crazy.
And from a team as good as Kansas, with the coach being as as big, and with all the wins and Sweet 16 appearances, and the pedigree that he has, I was surprised to Bill Self. I was surprised to see them go out in the second round for sure. But I did have St. John's over them, so I was happy about it. I think the last, I guess Texas Tech Bandits, which wasn't really too big of an upset. I thought it was going to be much closer, but this Iowa-Florida game was, I think, surprising to a lot of people and busted a lot of brackets for sure. Yeah. Iowa was playing solid though all game. They were up by more than between 5-8, between that 5-10 range most of the game, and then Florida was able to make a pretty good run the last 5 minutes or so, and Florida looked like they were going to run away with it, but I think it was 73 or 72-70, and Iowa they had a 3 with there was 2 seconds or something, and Florida had to go full court, just couldn't get it off. Yeah. But it was a crazy win for Iowa for sure.
It was, yeah. I kind of surprised it did, but it didn't because Florida.
A little bit of a weaker 1 seed.
Yeah, I was kind of a little surprised they got the number 1 seed. To be honest with you, especially how they got destroyed in a tournament, and they already lost by 20 something.
I think Vanderbilt beat them.
Yeah, and that's why I'm I was kind of surprised, and even in a regular season, Florida really wasn't. They had a few. They lost by 16.
I feel like Florida.
Vanderbilt.
I feel like I don't think there could have been a ton of teams that could have been ones over Florida though. I think Florida did have the resume to be a 1 seed. I mean, Houston just. I mean, look at their records. I guess strength of schedule too. So I guess that's fair.
7-7 for Florida. Okay. Look at where Houston plays in the conference they play in.
Yeah, no, I know. No, because Houston definitely had some good wins too, but I don't think
6. They got a better record.
Houston.
They lost by 5 to Arizona.
I don't think
they're arguably the best team in the country.
They only play them once?
Well, in a conference tournament.
So they played them a few times. I don't think they beat Arizona one.
They lost. Okay, they lost. Their losses are to Iowa State by 3, to Arizona by 7, and to Kansas by 13. Okay. So I'm that's their only losses.
The fact that
come on, bro. I'm just saying both of those, two of those 3 teams are still in the tournament.
What's their overall record? Or were those their only losses?
4. They only have 4 or 28-6. Sorry, they had 6 losses.
Let's see who. So just the fact that they didn't beat Arizona or Houston or Iowa State though, if they would have beaten one of those teams one time, they probably would have had it.
They only played them once. They
played Arizona twice, didn't they?
Arizona State only played them one time. I'm looking at the schedule right now.
They also lost to Texas Tech too.
Texas Tech was a good team.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Teams, bro.
Yeah, Texas Tech was a good team as well. You're right.
That's what I'm saying. By 4 points, and look at it. Like that's what I'm saying.
They did play Arizona twice though.
Yeah, because they played them in a conference
championship. I know.
And then they played in regular season. They lost by 7 points to Arizona. It was arguably the best team in the country. I don't understand. I'm lost. So how is that? How do you get punished for that? I don't understand that at all. Make it make sense.
I mean, bro, if they would have won one of those, like,
and Florida got destroyed by Vanderbilt, who's ranked 22.
They also lost. Houston also lost to Tennessee earlier in the year.
What is Tennessee doing? Where are they at? They still in the tournament, ain't they?
No, I know. Yeah, they are.
Vanderbilt, where are they at? They ain't make the goddamn tournament.
Yeah, they did. They lost to.
They're gone. They're at home.
Yeah, they're not in it. No.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know, man. Take it up with the committee, Dom.
Listen, all I'm telling you is you said there's. I would say if they played in the regular season, Houston would beat Florida. Houston is a better team than Florida is, in my opinion. Maybe. Florida's let's go look at Florida's losses here.
Yeah,
and compare them to Houston's losses and the teams that Florida played. Like give me 5 good teams in the SEC, 5 really good teams compared to 5 in the Big 12.
I mean, what is it? The best teams in the SEC were Florida, Arkansas, Bama, Vanderbilt. Kentucky was pretty good for, a good amount of the year.
Kentucky was garbage.
Bro, they weren't garbage.
Kentucky was not. They were not good.
Bro, I watched the first game they played against Santa Clara.
Was Missouri good this year?
They got some
Was
ballers,
Missouri good?
Bro.
Not really. Florida lost to Missouri.
Yeah. No,
they lost to Auburn.
I mean, Missouri.
Was Auburn good this year? No. Compared them, just them 2 losses.
Yeah, the Auburn loss was bad for sure.
I'm just saying, bro. Compare them 2 losses right there. Yeah, they only good 2 good losses they had. They lost to UConn by 4, and they lost to Duke by 1. But that was in December. Okay, like it's a long season. December compared to now. Look at the teams that were good or the teams that were whatever in the top 5, top 25. Then versus now, you're gonna notice a lot of teams faded away. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Florida, those are only 2 good losses.
Yeah, I mean
they really don't play. They play Alabama. They play Vanderbilt is up and down, and you playing fucking Georgia, who is up and down. Georgia got destroyed in the goddamn. I think that's who Arkansas played in the first round.
That's St. Louis played.
Oh, that's right. And St. Louis killed them.
Yeah. Yeah, they
absolutely
put up 100 on them.
Yeah,
a 9 seed. Yeah, that was a crazy game.
Like I'm looking at their wins. And granted, I will say, they blew out Arkansas, blew out Alabama, but I just don't think those two. I don't think those teams compared.
Did they play anybody anybody good in the start of the season? Like any good non-conference teams?
Yep, they played Arizona. Only lost by 6 points. That was the first game. That was the first game of the season for them. And Arizona, mind you, coming in was ranked 13th. So Arizona wasn't even a top 10
team. And Florida was just coming off that night.
Exactly. Too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then they beat. Let's see who other. That's what and they lost to Duke and UConn in December. So
they were a little so they already had 3 losses by December.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah. No, so there definitely is a little bit.
They played good.
A little bit of debate.
The season, but I said, they were playing against. Alabama was up and down this year. Arkansas up and down this year. Kentucky extremely up and down this year. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like a lot of those teams. So I'm just like, versus Arizona, they've been solid all year. Iowa State, been solid all year. Kansas, for the most part, been a little up and down, but for the most part, they've been solid all year. Yeah. So, I'm just looking at them losses.
They did beat the number 1 team without their debatably best players.
Right. So, I'm just like, that's a team that I can argue that probably should have been the number 1 seed, in my opinion. Obviously, do you think Florida's better than Houston?
Honestly, really, bro, the main team that I've really watched like a lot of games is really just Michigan. Like,
that's fair.
Like if they like these Sweet 16 and Elite 8 games, I'm definitely gonna be watching because I think it's Houston. I want to say it's Houston. I can't remember, dude. But I definitely want to catch these Sweet 16, Elite 8 final. Like I definitely want to catch all these matchups. So, I mean, I guess we're not gonna see Florida anymore. So
Iowa and Nebraska. That'll be interesting. Iowa might be able to beat Nebraska.
Well, so I guess the fact that Florida is out of the tournament, yeah, I'd say that Houston probably would put up a dub against them.
Houston's a really good team,
man.
No,
they're
are really good.
They are, and I mean,
everything you need for me to choose UConn over them in the fucking on that side of the bracket.
Well, so it's so yeah, they play Illinois. I mean, Illinois got a solid team too.
Who does?
Illinois, Houston.
Yeah, I think Houston will beat them.
They probably will, but they definitely got a game put out for them.
They blow them out. If they blow them out, that's.
Oh, you said if they.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the next game they play they play Iowa or Nebraska. So Houston's kind of
that's what I'm saying.
Houston's kind of got an easy trip to the Final Four if they can take care of fucking. I mean, 2 Big Ten teams in a row. They'll have to play Illinois this round and then either Nebraska or Iowa. So that's honestly kind of good for them because they can game plan against how these 3 teams did against each other in the regular season and how they all played against each other, and they can kind of put a little game plan up,
right?
Like just based on all that, and so that's honestly an advantage for Houston that they have 2 Big Ten matchups, assuming they win this one. But yeah. So, and then the last one in the round of 32 that I wanted to talk about a little bit, just since Alabama's playing Michigan in the next round. Yeah, I mean, I thought this game was going to be way closer than it was. Texas Tech absolutely got spanked against fucking Alabama. But I think we were at 3. Yeah, no, I'll do a little countdown. But yeah, that was
surprising.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm not even like, I'd rather play Alabama instead of Texas Tech. I think Texas Tech is it's tough. I was going to say they're a better defensive team than Alabama, but they just let up 90. So it's kind of tough to say that. But, I mean, I don't know. Alabama has been who did they lose to in their conference tournament? Because I know, I mean, just the fact that they've been up and down for a decent amount of the year, like you were saying, gives me pretty good hope as a Michigan fan that we should be able to find our offense no matter what. Just keep it flowing like we have been.
Miss
another 90
in quarterfinals.
Oh yeah.
Opening.
I do. Yeah, Ole Miss was going on a little bit of a run, but they lost by 1 point. So I don't know. They won against Hofstra by 20, and then Texas Tech by 25. So they're definitely coming in a little bit hot, but. Yeah, I don't know. Should be a solid game. I don't think that. I mean, Michigan's definitely gonna just come in playing the same way we've played all season. You know what I mean? Hard defense. Shooting that 3 ball. I mean, honestly, bro, like not low key. We're kind of more of an inside team. Not gonna lie, just with how much size we have in the middle. Like, cause I mean, we're starting a 7'2" center, and then 6'11" power forward, and a 6'8", 6'9" small forward in Johnson. Johnson has dude, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he might stay one more year in college, but I wouldn't be surprised if he declares for the draft this year and for sure next year. Because he's a sophomore this year, so I wouldn't be surprised if he maybe plays one more year. But I think whenever he ends up going to the draft, I think he's going to be one of those guys that goes, probably somewhere later in the first rounds, but I'd probably put him a 15 through 25 or something, maybe a little bit later. He's like a small forward, power forward. He's 6'9", but he plays the 3 for. He starts at the small forward, but he's 6'9", and he's solid. I mean, he's averaging 13.5 and 7, 1 on 63%. And yeah, so in that, because I think in both of the games he's been solid. In the first game he was 8 for 8, 15, 21 points, 15 points, 10, So going to Sweet 16 a little bit. I'm gonna start at the bottom of the bracket, but just go off into this Michigan game a little bit.
I think I honestly think y'all win it rather easily, in my opinion. I know Alabama's played decent, but I think y'all are a well better team than they are, and I don't see Alabama. Like I said, the up and down I think it's gonna be one of them. So it's gonna be a down game for them. I mean, I haven't really watched much of Alabama or Michigan this year, but just looking at the losses from Alabama in the games they've won, I don't see this one being close at all.
Yeah.
I can see y'all popping them by 20 easily.
Yeah, I mean they haven't played a defense nearly as good as us all year.
Right.
They're not. Yeah. So I mean, if we can, it's one of those games where I mean, it can balloon into a bit of a lead early, and it just depends if Michigan can hold them off and just keep just stay in that good defense and hope just not make them go just hold them off on going on a run. But, so I mean, I think it's probably one of those games as well where Michigan. I mean, we've been hot these first 2 games of the tournament offensively. I mean, everybody's been getting their buckets like they have, just like it has been all year. Haven't really changed much. So I think until Michigan goes up against a team that is kind of like our Wisconsin loss or like our Duke loss. So I mean, I guess I'll start with the Wisconsin one. Just like a team that's just shooting the lights out. You know what I mean? Like just not missing threes. Like if we come up against because like Arizona for instance isn't a team that shoots a ton of threes. Like they're more of a getting inside, getting layups, dunks, and so like that kind of matches up pretty well with us just having as much size in the middle as we do, and I mean also just our perimeter defense being pretty solid as well, but kind of leaning off a little bit. But yeah, so I think I'm excited for the Michigan Alabama game. I mean it'll be our biggest test that we've had this tournament yet so far. But I think losing to Purdue in that Big Ten championship, there's definitely a little bit of an eagerness I feel like they should feel like they have to prove something, like that they can beat a few big teams to be able to get into that Final Four, into that championship game. We're gonna have to beat a few good teams, and so I feel like coming off not being able to win the Big Ten championship, there should be a little bit of hunger, a little bit of extra drive that those guys got just to be able to go out and whack those like Alabama, like Iowa State potentially next round or Tennessee. But no, so talking about that one, let's get into the potential matchup that Michigan or Bama would have to play Iowa State or Tennessee. I mean, Tennessee has looked pretty solid all tournament, beat Miami, Ohio by 22, and then upset Virginia by 6. So they've played pretty solid. But I mean, Iowa State's been one of those teams that's in the Big 10 or in the Big 12, and they beat Tennessee State 108-74 and Kentucky 82-63. And Kentucky was hanging around with them for a little bit in the first half and like a little bit of the second, but then at a point they just start playing that defense. Defense turns into offense. You just can't really do much about it. Like it's like because I mean with basketball for a lot of the time, like it's like teams are going on runs, and those runs determine they determine the game. Like if you can go on a 10-0 run, it really matters how you can respond to that. Like whether
that's what basketball is. It's a game of runs.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that'll be a solid game. I mean, because Tennessee, I feel like it's always a pretty good defensive team. So, I mean, honestly, like I haven't watched a ton of Iowa State this year. I know they've been a top 10 seed all year, which is like I feel like Iowa State's never really like one of the better one of the higher teams in the like. I feel like they're always like kind of in that mix a little bit. They're usually ranked, but I feel like they've never been all season like the best team. Like they've only lost 3 times, I think. Or four maybe. Probably 4, or else they'd be a 1 seed. But yeah, Iowa State's been another one of those teams. So I think that game against Tennessee will be another good one, another test. And then I mean, whoever,
7 losses.
Oh, 7. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, but they're in the Big 12 though, so they have to play. They have to play Arizona. They have to play Houston. They have to play Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
All those big schools. So, but I know Iowa State. I want to because I think they have also played Arizona twice because they lost on a buzzer beater in the conference semis because Arizona won the Big 12, but it was in the conference semis that Iowa State lost by a buzzer beater to Arizona. But I don't think that Iowa State won. I don't think they beat them the first time they played them either. I'm interested to see who Iowa State's lost to now. Yeah, dude, they got whacked by Arizona by 16 the first time they played them, and then lost by 2 the next time. But they lost to BYU. Okay, they lost to Texas Tech as well, dude. Texas Tech has got some really good wins. They lost to TCU. Okay. TCU was playing pretty good against Duke for a little while. And they lost to Cincinnati. So, dude, Iowa State's definitely got some L's. They lost to Cincinnati by 9. It wasn't even really close. I think those are their only ones. But yeah, they beat St. John's, okay, by 1 early in the year. But I mean, yeah, I think that'll be another one of those games that honestly could come down. Like I could definitely see Tennessee upsetting for sure.
Yeah. The way they plan, they play good. I mean, the whole way. I mean, and they're 6 feet, so obviously not a bad team. They have fucking 11 losses. So, I mean, in the SEC. But a lot of it's about matchups, too. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
They may match up. Who's the favorite?
Iowa State's probably favored by a little bit.
But only 4.5.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's still possession game.
That's still a little bit. Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, they're not favored by more than, you know what I mean, what I thought they were going to be. I thought they'd be kind of towards the 7 and 8 range. But, no, yeah. That game, I got Iowa State winning that.
Yeah, I mean, I probably do too. Yeah, I think they'll probably
runs out.
Yeah,
Iowa State.
But then, I'm taking Michigan to beat Iowa State for sure. For sure, bro. I need to see that Arizona-Michigan game. I need to see that for sure. Because then we'll go up to So the next two games above that, Texas versus Purdue. We were talking about Texas a little bit in the first half an hour, but yeah, they've been able to knock off a 6 and a 3. So, do you think their luck runs out against it too, or you think they're just gonna keep rolling? Purdue haven't lost in a little while. They're coming off the Big Ten championship. They've won their last 10 games, or their last 5 games by 10 points. Or no, they only beat Michigan by 8. But
I think Purdue wins.
Yeah, me too. I think it'd be Texas would have to play a very solid game I feel like to even stay close, but I was gonna say that against Gonzaga too. I really didn't think Texas was gonna upset them. After they upset BYU, I was like, yeah, that's a little bit understandable because it's only AJ DeBonta, and so if you can kind of game plan around that and know that, yeah, you can let him get his bucket, but
shut everybody else down.
Yeah. So, but then I was surprised when they won that Gonzaga game. A lot of people were saying that they had a good chance to as well. So I was like, I was a little bit skeptical, but then they went out there and did it. So it's
Gonzaga also is one of those teams where they've had a lot of times they've had good teams and they find themselves out in the round of 32 or not even make it to the Elite 8 or Final 4, and they came in as the overall number 1 seed. Gonzaga is kind of one of the teams that hasn't exactly finished the job.
Yeah.
They have a good season, get there, and don't get it done. They had the year they had Chet Holmgren and couldn't get it done. They had Jalen Suggs, couldn't get it done. They've had a lot of good players come through Gonzaga, but for some odd reason, they get there and they just can't, win a championship. Drew Timme is another.
Yeah, Drew Timme was there for a while.
Yeah, he's a dog. He was a dog every year, and Gonzaga's always been relevant in basketball. Every year they always have at least a top 10 team, but they just haven't been able to find a way to get the job done. So that surprised me, but it kind of didn't because I was I had Gonzaga going farther, but also I wasn't surprised. Right? I was just going strictly off of, who I on paper thought was going to win. But Gonzaga for me, it wasn't really a shocker, honestly, when they lost. And the way that Texas played in the round before that. So, Texas they had a number that night, and yeah, but yeah.
You think their luck runs out against Purdue? Or you think they can?
Yeah.
Or you think they can?
Purdue wins.
Okay. So then, if Purdue wins, they'll play the winner of an Arizona-Arkansas game. Which I was saying a bit earlier that I think that'll be a pretty solid game. Just the way Arkansas has been playing the last month and a half or two. Them being in a little bit of a weaker conference in the SEC, and they were a little bit up and down this year. Ultimately, I do think Arizona will take care of them, being being overall best team in the country. I don't think they have a ton of flaws. I think Arkansas will probably keep it close for the first half, probably maybe the first 5-10 or first 5-10 minutes of the second, but then Arizona probably take care of business if not before that. You know what I mean? If Arizona can hang around with them for that long, or if Arkansas can hang around with them for that long. But also saying that Arizona only beat Utah State by 12. And Utah State's a 9, Arkansas's a 4. So, and it's not like Arizona didn't have close games that they pulled out this year too. So I don't know. What do you think about that one?
I think Arizona wins.
It's close or
double digits. I think A-Cuff will have probably 29, 30, whatever, but I think they'll just shut everybody else down and let him get his points. Well, not let him, but they'll be okay with him getting the points. I think Arizona kind of sometimes what you need is like those close games like with Duke and Siena, for example. And then we've seen the second round Duke played immensely better. A lot better than
against a good TCU team. TCU was playing good, especially like the first half of that game. They were keeping it close. I thought Duke was gonna have another not like nail biter, but like just another game they were gonna have to pull out in the last 5 minutes. But they were able to take care of it a bit sooner than they did against Siena. Just locking on defense a bit sooner than they did. So, yeah,
or even we'll get to Michigan, for example. Y'all won by 21 the first game, but at halftime it was 50-46. Everybody kind of we all knew that Michigan was going to win, but Howard kept it close. They played good for the first half, and then obviously y'all outscored them by 17 in the second half, but it's like a wake up.
Yeah.
Like sometimes when you ain't you're fresh, like these teams are coming in like ready to go right off rip. And they get out to an early lead and it's all right, let's calm down, let's just play, and then next thing you know, y'all back up or doing what y'all been doing all year. So I think for Arizona, that was like kind of just a wake up, and they probably underestimated Utah. To be honest, they won't do that with Arkansas because they know what they're coming into with Arkansas. But I think Arizona wins that game as well.
Okay, so that locks down that bracket. So Michigan, Iowa State, Arizona, Purdue. Should be some pretty solid games, both 1 versus 2 matchups. But then, so let's go up to Houston, Illinois, and then they'll play the winner of Iowa, Nebraska. So we were talking about this for a second, in the last half an hour, just about how Houston, I was saying how Houston kind of has a little bit of an advantage. Because I feel like they probably because Houston, Illinois is their Illinois is the best team out of Iowa, Nebraska, and them. So if they can get past Illinois, then they're definitely liking their chances to get to that Final Four. But they got to get past the best of the 3 first. So what do you think about that Illinois game? See, they beat VCU by 20 in the second round, and they beat Penn by 35 in the first round. So, they've taken care of business for sure. Yeah, VCU.
So it's Houston.
Yeah, you're right.
Houston is won by 30 the first game, and then 30 the second. The second game. So, like I said, and me, I'm a big fan of Houston. What they got going on, I think Houston win that as well by double digits.
I don't know if it'll be double digits, bro. I think. Just the fact, dude, Illinois' offense is solid though, man.
I think Houston defense is that good.
Yeah, that's a solid take.
And that's kind of what led them to a championship game last year. It was pride and so fun. You see that Duke game and how physical and how tough they played Duke in that Final Four game.
Man, Duke should have won that game.
They should have, but
we won't talk about that.
That's fine. But they play good defense. That's the one thing you can't say. They play good defense against Florida.
Should have been a foul on flag at the end of the game, but it's all right though.
It's all right. It is what it is. But like I said, wouldn't matter either way. Florida had a really good team last year. Duke did too, but Duke be doing that shit though. Duke be kind of like fucking Gonzaga. I mean, we can go on and on about the teams
when was the last time
Zion,
Duke was in the national chip?
I'm not sure.
Because I honestly can't remember like when they actually made it to the finals. Since I've been watching. I mean, it couldn't have been that long ago, but I'm interested to see it now.
Well, the last one they won was in 2015, but
okay, so yeah. It's not saying the last time they were just like in it. But yeah, I mean, just the fact that because they haven't made it. They haven't made it since like 2020 for sure. Since I've been watching like around.
They haven't made it to a national championship game since 2015.
Yeah, so
it's been 11 years.
And
they've had a lot of players. I mean, you had Jason Tatum come through the building. You had fucking Zion, R.J. Barrett, Cooper Flagg, Con Canuple, fucking Boozer. Now, I mean, like, they've had a lot of players. I mean, they just can't. They haven't found a way to get it out, get it done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just, like, certain teams, like, you just, like, man, they had the best roster damn near every year. And then also, the year.
Especially with Coach K being there up until 2023 or 2024. It's kind of surprising that he couldn't get them to the final, to the championship.
They won 5 championships in the 90s.
Okay.
Or no, wait. So they had 2 wins, but they had 5 appearances.
Okay.
So they lost to UNLV, beat Kansas, beat Michigan, lost to Arkansas, lost to UConn. So from 90 to 99, they had 5 appearances and won 2. So that's successful. I mean, that's a good 10-year. That's a good, something you can look back on. But all right, well, we made out of fucking. It was a 50% chance that we was gonna make a national championship.
Yeah.
And then a 25% chance that we were gonna fucking win it. You know what I mean? So those odds are pretty damn good. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So yeah, just going back into this Houston-Iowa game a little bit. We don't got a ton of time. I have to speed through these a little bit. We still got.
I got Houston.
Houston, okay. Yeah, so I probably got Houston as well, but I think it'll be a high scoring game. I mean Houston's defense will be good for sure, but I think Illinois' offense will show up too. But then
Nebraska.
Yeah, I think I'll take Nebraska too. I don't think Iowa. I mean, yeah, who did Iowa play? Clemson. So I mean that's a decent win, but yeah, no, I'm taking Nebraska too. So then we move up to these last ones. MSU, UConn will play the winner of Duke and St. John's. So I know that you got UConn. I mean, dude, like who's UConn's who's their notable wins this year? Like, because I know that they lost to St. John's 2 out of 3 times, and it wasn't close the times they lost. They're 31-5 overall. Okay. And I think they're 3 or no. So they lost to St. John's, and they also lost to Creighton, didn't they? I think Creighton was their other conference loss. Creighton 15-17, not great. Dude, I mean, I could see Michigan State sneaking this one for sure. I think I have that on my bracket. Yeah, I do.
Would it be St. John's by 32 points?
Oh, they did? UConn?
Yeah. The second time they played.
What about the first time?
The first time, they lost by 9.
Oh, it was 9, okay. But then, the second it was 20.
Beat them by 30.
Dude, that's crazy that they lost by 30.
They lost by 20 in the championship.
Dude, that's so weird. There's a 50-point swing, bro. Like, how dude, that's so weird. I don't understand that. I mean, that's honestly, that just shows you a team that's in form, like a team that has a lot of momentum, is playing against a team that,
and UConn beat their more notable wins as Florida and Kansas.
Okay.
And they beat BYU. They only lost to Arizona by 4. And they beat Illinois by 13. So they have some good wins.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think, honestly, I feel like Michigan State really doesn't have, they have some big wins, but they didn't beat us either time. They probably beat like Purdue and Illinois a few times, I bet. But Michigan State has some losses as well. I can't think off the top of my head who they've all lost to. I know they lost to UCLA in the conference tournament. That was a bad one. Not a bad one, I guess, since UCLA made the tournament, but
they beat Purdue. That's a good win for them.
Michigan State.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lost to Nebraska by 2. Let's see here. Lost to Duke by only 6. So it's not a bad loss.
I do remember they had a good game against them.
They beat Arkansas, beat Kentucky, beat North Carolina.
Okay. So, yeah,
they got the most notable wins. So that's like UConn's got more notable wins, in my opinion, out of the two.
Yeah. No, me too. I think that UConn will probably win that game. But Michigan State's got a good chance too, as well. I think odds-wise it's pretty close. UConn is favored by 1.5.
Okay.
So we'll see how that one goes. That one's on the 27th. So that one's on Saturday. I'll be able to watch that one 9:45. Consider one of the later games. But then Duke and St. John's. I have St. John's beating them in mind.
It's Friday.
Is it?
Yep, 9:45 on Friday.
Oh, it's Thursday and Friday, yeah, and then Elite Eight is on Saturday and Sunday.
Like Saturday, I'm like,
that's the Elite Eight.
Yeah, so I'm like, you sure?
But so then Duke St. John's. What do you think about that one? St. John's like 22-1 in their last 23 games or something.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh,
well. They've only lost once. I think probably to UConn. In their last, in the last 2.5 months though. They've only lost once.
I think Duke
they're on a pretty good run right now. You think?
I think it'll be close. I think Duke will win. I think it'll be a game where Boozer has a really good game.
He hasn't had a good game in
that's what I'm saying.
A little while. Yeah, they've
I feel
been locking him up a little bit.
Big game. I can definitely see, them not losing to a layup from fucking
Dylan Darling.
I think Duke will win that probably about 5 to 8 point differential. I think it'll be close in the first half, and then slowly but surely, due to just fouls and just how the nature of basketball is, I think Duke will go from a 2 or 3 point lead to 8-9.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like
just a little swing.
Them coming down, having to shoot quickly and whatever, or trying to, the game, or it may even be like, double digits, but just more where the game was a lot closer than what the score indicated. One of those type of ordeals where it's like, they're missing shots and they had to come back down and foul Duke. So then Duke hit the free throws, and they came back down, shot another shot, and they missed. And then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of garbage time points. I mean, I think if that's the case, if they win by double digits, I think that will be. Or, Duke might finally fucking just come out and play how, the number one team
how
that
they're supposed to.
Right, yeah, because they're the number one overall. Is Arizona?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Arizona is.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I probably got Duke as well, but St. John's on the bracket though, so I'm hoping for an upset. But so I mean, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You got some solid games to be locked into all weekends. And come Tuesday, we'll have some upsets. Gonna have some hot takes to talk about come Tuesday. But ZBD out for the moment.
Thank you for watching.
Catch y'all next week.